I heard you wanna know what's happening. Let's take it back to the Vatican. Oh no, not that again. They did it all again. Cause it's all pretend and it's all control. They gon' send all these mules and they send all the moles. Please go pick and choose, that's what they want you to do. Don't make choices, let me make them for you. Just go turn on CNN and watch the news. You wanna spin, turn on Fox News. They tell it to you different, same shit in a different spin. Same day and the world don't spin. It's another psyop, oh no not again. 201, what's with these devilish codes? I see it every day, man, I feel I'm about to explode. I gotta tell the world where I gotta go. They put it in your face, you might not know. Open the news, tell me what you see is 33 or 113. Even all the alt politics really but looks. Trying to make money, I stay on my come up. But they want power, already got some. You think it's all about the money, but it's really funny. More money, more power, that's what they want from it. Could give a fuck about nobody or nothing. They spinning lies like they spin the globe. Ain't moving flat earth, I hope you really know. Coriolis in the wind, that's just how it blows. Don't give a fuck what you think you know, you really don't. Nah, I ain't gonna lie for clout, homie, you better shut your mouth. You don't know what the fuck you really even talk about. The more I say, the more they doubt. Can't keep to close my mouth, because the more I sing and the more I shout, the more I know the truth's getting out. It's crazy how they fake it, they gon' lie, bro. Keep your eyes on God, open up the Bible. Wait a minute, best go hide your gun, cause next, after your speech, your rifle's gon' come. Dumb it down, this politics shit is real, tell you to wash it down. All they talk about is clowns, and all of this is faking. They tell you about some shit that's happening before they make it. Now you got the fake news, they'll tell you it's the Matrix. They'll make you think you solved it, but really they be faking. Keep your eyes open, don't let them snake you. They got you put in right or left, but it's really same size. Two different sides push the cuts at the end here are kind of bad. It's unfortunate. Like the cuts at the end, because I don't really use any good editing software for music, but the beginning is like great. But it cuts like 4 times at the end. I'm like kind of upset with that, but I don't know how to like fix that really. Unless I use a different software. And by the way, they solved it. Here's the man-made solution, man-made problem. Looking for the lies, but you don't seem to realize really it's deep ingrained all into both sides. Illusion of choice, because the problem really is the weapon, and the solution, man, it's really taking everything that you had and it'll break it. I'ma have to tell you the truth and they gon' hate it. Alright, yeah, so that's a little song I put out. I've been making so much of these AI songs, I figured like for one time I should at least like try to make my own music, and I did. So there you go. Anybody hating and saying, "Oh, you only make AI?" I made a whole song. It was 3 minutes. It was a freestyle. Didn't even write it. So a little choppy. You know, maybe I could have said a few things a little bit differently, but I think the song came out good. This is another song I just put out, but this one is AI. And yeah, this shout out to all the Globers trolling and making hate posts about me. There's a lot of that now. Like there's like 4 or 5 Globers just all like, you know, trying to bully me. It's quite funny actually. And they say the most like just craziest things, dude. Like they love calling me a liar, dude. Like I can't tell the truth at all according to them, you know. Like I'm always lying. Oh, willingly lying too. Like if I misspoke or something, like it's automatically, oh yeah, he's lying. I'm not allowed to misspeak, can't slip up. I have to be always like on my A game, or these Globers are gonna come clip me and put it on their channel.
Walk around with a smile all day, thinking they know what's up, what's down. Never been anywhere outside of town. They twist the globe, yeah they really do. Glow talks, blindest facts playing cards. We show the truth and turn away. Flat earth is here to stay. No curve in sight, no bend to see. still they cling to what they believe to believe. Answers we give fall on deaf ears, lost in space, swallowed by fears. Indoctrinated minds, a tragic waste. Can't see the light, can't taste the pace. But we'll keep fighting, keep showing proof. Wake 'em up telling the truth. Ooh, 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 ooh. Globe Tours, blinded.
Speaking of globetards, I just got a comment. Somebody said, this isn't in the chat, this is on something else. He said, if you wanted Flat Earth to be stronger as a community, shouldn't you want guys like this correcting you? Steel sharpens steel or something. You don't want the average person thinking you're all morons, right? Yes, bro, totally. Yeah, you guys calling me a liar when I misspeak and misrepresenting me. Yeah, I totally want that. That's definitely going to help me sharpen steel, right? Like, this is just retarded, dude. I don't need any globers making any content about me correcting me. I'm pretty sure flat earthers can correct me enough, you know? I'm not always right. I'm not saying I'm always right, but I'm not going to lie to you intentionally. Yeah, the earth is round. You can say that, brother. Yeah. I know you think the earth is round. You ball head. You globetard. This song goes out to you, buddy. This song goes out to you. Let me make you a mod here. I'm making you a mod. Welcome, Trenton. You're now a moderator. You're the only glober that's ever going to get a moderator thing. How does that feel? Trenton is the only glober that I'll ever give a wrench. So, you know, there you go.
Playing cards. We show the truth, they turn away. Flat Earth is here to stay. No curve in sight, no bend in the seat. Still they cling to what they believe to believe. Answers we give fall on deaf ears. Lost in space, swallowed by fears. Indoctrinated minds, a tragic waste. Can't see the light, can't
Yeah, man, you modded now, bro. I do get some trolls in here occasionally, bro, so you might have to, you know. Wesley got banned last night. That was pretty funny. Moderator banned him. I didn't even ban Wesley. Fucking somebody else banned him. Yeah, make a change around here, bro. Yeah. Nah, bro, nah. Don't be bad at flat earthers, bro. Don't be bad at flat earthers. You're the only glober with a spanner, okay? All right. You're the only glober, dude. You're the only one. I wouldn't give Luca a spanner, nobody, bro.
We'll keep fighting, keep showing proof. Wake 'em up telling the truth.
This next, I think you'll like this next song because it's not flat earth. I think you'll enjoy this next song.
Globetards, blinded bats playing cards.
Globetards. You like that?
Show the truth, they turn away. Flat Earth is here to stay.
Okay, I think you'll like this one, Trent. I think you'll like this.
Just like this one.
This is a good song. I got this from Roger, so shout out to Roger.
Who's really pushing fake news? What happened to your moral high ground? Whatever made you think that we would lie down? How low will a communist go? Tread through the snow for some Soros dough. Triggered by a Trump sign, extra stupid. Tried to piss on it and you got electrocuted. My liberal friend kicked me out of his house, cause I told him Hillary Clinton was about to get trounced. You said you were leaving, we all know that you're crazy though. You keep talking about Canada, why don't you move to Mexico? This fake ass news has just made it imperative to punch a giant hole in their goofy fucking narrative. Triggered by a Trump sign, extra stupid. Tried to piss on it and you got electrocuted. Come on my lawn, get hit with a bat. Tried to run my sign over, now you're fixing a flat. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about the money shot. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about the money shot.
I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public.
These pedophiles need to get a new code. Their whole network is about to implode. The FBI hasn't been doing their job. Citizen journalists have been making them look like some slobs. Fake news is the meme you're presented with. Pizzagate is the main reason they invented it. To tackle the facts, they just don't have the temperament. The media is teeming with some lowlifes and degenerates, covering up pedophile, sex, slave rings. Believe me, sweetie, Mr. Pay, they just don't say things. It's so institutionalized, they ain't ashamed of it. So profoundly normalized, they make a game of it. You surely can't believe these reprobates are help. Why the fuck would the DOJ investigate itself? My only goal's to make you recognize the proof, cause I weaponize the truth when I step inside a booth. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot. Every time I open up the New York Times, I get a glimpse into your crimes. They get paid to protect the kleptocracy, lying on the very highest levels of hypocrisy. Where did they ever get the hubris to mock the truth, block the proof, and decide what the fake news is? Their credibility is shot, and now they're running Hail Mary hit pieces that are sounding like The Onion. Only in hopes that stupid readers take it serious. They try to scoff it off, but trust me, pal, people are furious. Every time I turn around, they're peddling the trash again. These cretins are the reason people worship the Kardashians. So don't ever say, how on earth could this be covered up? The people at the top won't let it stop because they love the stuff. They keep on lying and denying the truths. That's why nobody with half a brain is buying their news. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news.
Hello?
Bro, you actually joined. That's hilarious.
Yo.
That Earth is real. Nice, bro. Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, dude? How you doing? Am I on the stream right now? Can they hear me?
Yeah, we're live, yeah.
So you guys got it all wrong. I have 100% evidence that the Earth is a donut. See, we don't actually have access to the center of the Earth because it's where the donut is.
I mean, honestly, okay, I'm not going to agree with you here. I think it's flat for sure. But the North Pole, like, it's not on most maps. So I think you are onto something with that because, like, people really aren't going to the North Pole like that. And if you look at like, even if you look up, like, a map of the globe, even on Google Earth, the North Pole is, like, missing, dude. They have Greenland, but no North Pole. So
Right.
it is weird. I'm not agreeing with you. It's not a donut. But, yeah, the North Pole is a weird place because, I don't know, it's not on most maps anymore.
It's a very weird place. See, I used to believe the Earth is round, but then I realized, like, the moon moves so weird because it's going in between the planet. It's not going around the planet. It's not going down, up. It's going inside the planet.
Oh my goodness. You're
What?
killing me. You're killing me, dude.
I'm
You're
not killing you. I'm telling you the truth here.
No, dude. No, you're not. You're capping.
This isn't Argartha, okay? This is called the Oblivion. Like Elder
Okay.
Scrolls.
Look, all right. Let me just get into the topic. This isn't actually a flat Earth stream, so you might actually enjoy this. This guy's like a QAnon Trumper,
Yeah.
and every time there's a news drop, he like ties it to QAnon, and he's like, I'll just give you a sample. This is like the middle of the video.
Question that some anonymous asked.
He brings a Q post from 2017, and he ties it into the news today. He's kind of crazy. So I like reviewing these videos. It's like a thing I've been doing.
So three mass shootings and what is this? What is
In
this
one
about?
day and
1 day.
10 days of darkness. I haven't watched the video yet. I usually go in blind because it's pretty funny, and if I watch it a second time, it's not as funny anymore.
You know,
So there's been a
I don't know if you talk about this on your stream, but the true enemy to the entire planet is Israel, and Israel.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that because shit gets taken down, but yeah, I agree. You know, I don't hate Jews, but I do certainly like.
I hate Israel. I hate
Yeah,
Zion.
the country, Zionism, all of that. Yeah, it's bad, dude. The Greater Israel Project. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, and they're controlling America and all the politicians, including Trump. But
Yeah,
this guy.
They
This
control
guy
everything.
is a Trumper, dude. He thinks the deep state. The video yesterday, he made a video or a few days ago, and he was basically saying like the deep state's going to prison, and the reason Donald Trump is putting troops in cities is to take down the deep state. Like this guy's kind of off the chain. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
Like,
dude, when your name comes up more in the Epstein files than anybody else, you'd be tripping too.
yeah, exactly. But this guy, he's like a Trumper, but he doesn't say any of that. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to like bully this guy because I've done 10 streams on him, and every time like I call him an idiot, and I kind of feel bad. So I'm gonna try not to like blatantly call him like dumb or retarded or anything. But what he's gonna say, like we're obviously gonna disagree with this.
Strange uptick in mass shootings and unrest, a lot of Antifa movement and talk.
He usually does good because at the beginning he'll just like cover news and like he just tells you what's happening, which is great. But then near the end he'll bring in like conspiracy QAnon Twitter posts and like tie it all into like some Trump conspiracy drain in the swamp. But
And National Guard
at first he just covers the news. It's not even that bad.
action. So let's talk about what this means and some potential implications for this Q stuff.
If you have anything to say, just speak up and I can just pause the video.
Yeah, no problem.
As what people are calling Red October and the 10 Days of Darkness. It's going to get juicy.
Wait,
let's talk about it.
Red October and the 10 Days of Dark. Have you ever heard of that? Red October?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, interesting. So this must be some new conspiracy.
So in one day, there were 3 mass casualty events. The first one,
I think there was a shooting today too, right?
There was?
I'm pretty sure, dude. Let me look it up.
I know
Hold on.
there was the Mormon church shooting happened yesterday, right?
I'm pretty sure there was a shooting today, bro. I have to see. No, I guess not. 2 days ago, 16 hours ago, Michigan. Okay, I must have just seen the article pop up today. Okay, well that's good. So obviously the Michigan church, the Mormon, well, what
Here,
are the
which I
3?
think is-
because I know about this one, but he's saying there's 3 mass shootings. So hopefully he shows all of them.
is being the most talked about because it was at a Mormon church in Michigan where 2 people at the time of this recording were killed and 9 others injured. And to top it off, the whole building was set on fire. And a second shooting happened in North Carolina where
Ooh.
I think they passed by a boat and they just started spraying.
You know what this could kind of be though?
What?
Like, I feel like this is the news cycle because shootings happen every day in America. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
and
they
they
only,
can call this a mass shooting, but from what he's saying right here, it sounds like a drive-by on a boat. He had an op on the boat, and he drove by to kill his op, and then he shot 3 people unintentionally. Like, was it really like a mass shooter, or was it like a targeted murder?
I mean,
And
they call a mass shooting 4 kills.
yeah.
right?
I mean, I don't know. It just seems like this could just be the news cycle picking up
I mean,
all these
that-
stories.
That's an
Whereas-
average day in Chicago. If we're talking about mass shootings, mass shooting happens in Chicago every day.
Yeah, like I feel like this is they're doing this for a reason. Like let's say there was like an Epstein file or something or some other news, like they would just use shit like this to cover it up because this stuff happens all the time.
Inside a waterfront bar, killing 3 and injuring several others. And then lastly, there was a mass shooting at a Texas casino, I think in
Texas casino, that's crazy, dude.
Eagle Pass, Texas, where 2 were killed and several others were injured in this mass shooting. Now, this also comes at a time where there's a lot of uptick in unrest.
Dude, did you see Antifa firebombed Ice Cube's bus because they thought it was an ice bus?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Like he's literally black. Like that's crazy.
Specifically targeting ICE facilities and those within bigger urban metropolitan areas. And according to Trump, a lot of it has to do with Antifa activity. So let's take a quick listen to this quick video.
Night after night, this is the scene
Okay,
just
I'm gonna
outside
skip the Fox
Paul
News
Police.
article.
Protesters first on this police and
I'm
could
sure it's
assist.
very bad
Not,
in
but
Portland.
it's very clear that there's something going on with regard to that chaos. And this comes as Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has ordered the National Guard to be deployed into Portland, Oregon, which is
Well, yeah, I mean, I skipped it, but yeah, it's a whole war zone out there, dude. And Portland, Oregon is known for like not policing anyways.
What's happening?
about
in Portland right
2,000.
Antifa is like firebombing the city just like they did Ice Cube's bus.
now? Are you serious?
Yeah, look.
We need help. Please send the cops.
But the cops did not come. Residents on their own.
Down! It's midnight! We the people need sleep!
This week,
We need
protesters
sleep. They're in the streets like burning down the city.
brought what looked like a guillotine. Some
Oh, dang. Antifa brought a guillotine. Nice.
confrontations end with residents getting assaulted. First a bullhorn, then a fist. No arrest was made despite the injuries.
No arrests made. That's crazy. Yeah, but
And
Antifa going crazy again.
Because the government in Portland, they don't give a fuck about crime.
Yeah, they don't care at all. So I guess Trump is like telling the National Guard to start pulling up to Portland, which I guess I can't disagree. But then again, the government is like the type to fund these operations and give money to Antifa to incite violence. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised if the goal was to get military in the city. So they start a false riot that the government funded just to make people so scared. Now they're begging for the military. And the whole time, that's all they wanted in the first place. Like, I'm
National
not saying
Guard to
that's
be
the case.
deployed
I'm just saying, like, that I feel like that's a possibility.
into
Yeah.
Portland, Oregon, which is about 2,000 National Guard troops. And a lot of people saying that Antifa, their headquarters, and what they're doing is based, a lot of it, out of Portland. And what's evident is that there are
Yeah, I mean, Antifa's a terrorist organization now, so now he, like, basically has the right to
I mean,
call in
shit,
troops.
they burned down cities. So,
Yeah, I mean, they kind of are, yeah, 100%.
actual moves being done within, and what's evident is that there's actual moves being played right now. And this comes as this week, all of the military generals and admirals that Pete Hegseth has called, they're all going to come to Quantico, Virginia to have some kind of meeting that who knows what they're going to say, and where the media might be assuming it's some kind of moral rally, but obviously there's something else going on. And if you haven't heard, the government is
Here we go. Onto the Twitter post. The government runs out of funding at midnight, October 1st to October 10th. Mickey Mouse cog. 10 Days of Darkness? Oh, here we go, dude. You know how many years people have brought up 10 Days of Darkness? It's like a QAnon thing from 2017.
I heard about that. Oh, I heard that a long time ago. Like, weren't we supposed to have like 10 days where it was supposed to be dark?
Yeah, QAnon said it. Look, right here. December 6, 2017. I have a question. The 10 Days of Darkness? When? This was like, 7 years ago almost. And 8 years. And yeah, now it's relevant. Of course it is, right?
I don't get it. What did that mean? Like,
I mean, it's all just a psyop, dude. QAnon, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the same time QAnon was making posts about draining the swamp, Epstein was running around trafficking children to the deep state, quote unquote. So, like, I don't think, like, Trump never drained the swamp, you know what I mean? And then QAnon stopped posting, and the swamp was never drained. So, but it's funny because they're saying the government runs out of funding at midnight. Who do you think funds the government, dude? Like, bro, the government doesn't print money itself. They go to the Fed, the people that run the Fed and all of these bankers and things, and they bail them out.
yeah.
Israel, like, why do you think nothing ever gets done in the government? Because we don't even control our own fate or our money. Look at the debt clock, dude. It's always rising. We're in like $30 trillion worth of debt right now, and it's always rising.
It's crazy.
So,
planning to
and
run
then we just go get more loans. We just print more money.
Yeah.
out of funds and shut down. And of course, this happens from time to time, but the exact date and time is between September 30th and October 1st, which begs the question.
Wait, isn't that now? Oh no. We better
like-
run, dude. I gotta hurry up with the live stream, dude. We might get the 10 Days of Darkness like mid live, bro. Like, we might not finish the stream, guys.
Oh yeah,
we're cooked.
we're supposedly about to have a government shutdown, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean, this has happened like 4 or 5 times as far as I can remember, dude. Trump and the Democrats disagree, so the government comes to a shutdown for a few days until they like settle it. And yeah, I mean, this has happened more than once. Even when Biden was in office, as far as I remember.
Says posted here, is it from October 1st to the 10th? Mickey Mouse clock, the one that was posted from post 4730, shows it at 10.
What? Oh, okay. So this is supposed to like show the time 10:10.
10:10. And of course, QPost 282 says the question that some Anon is asking is the 10 days of darkness. When? And Q says shut down. And Kimberly adds some commentary here that, of course, if there isn't a deal, it would shut down on October 1st. And apparently that on Fox News, they broadcasted that the next payday for government workers was on 10/10. So
Oh my gosh, dude! It must be a sign, dude. It has to be a sign that it's gonna be October 10th, dude. Starting on the 1st of October 10th, dude. Everybody buckle up, bro.
Yo,
Q confirmed it.
October 10th is a fucking wild date for me.
Why is that?
2 bad things have happened on that day.
Well, it's about to be 3, dude. The blackout's coming.
That's crazy.
I don't actually believe this. I don't think it's like. I think it's a stretch, bro. I think it's really a stretch because, like, you know how many times like people have tied Q into like this person getting arrested or, you know, crooked Joe going down, crooked Hillary, crooked Obama. They've never gone down, dude. So until they do, like, I'm not trusting Q or any of that draining the swamp bullshit because Epstein's, you know, probably got away too. So
that's the thing, that nothing ever happens to anybody.
exactly, yeah. So all of this right-wing conspiracy, I say this to a lot of people. If a conspiracy requires you to be like a certain political leaning side, like left-wing or right-wing, then the conspiracy is probably a lie. It's a psyop, dude. You don't have to be like right wing to believe a conspiracy. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and this is a right wing conspiracy. It's a conspiracy designed to make you have faith in America, have faith in Trump, trust that Trump is going to drain the swamp. And I just haven't seen him do it yet, so I don't have faith that that's going to happen.
10 days after the shutdown would start, and the payday after that is on the 11th. Now, a lot of people that work in government claim that they've, in like 30 plus years, they've continuously had their paychecks, and the banks just automatically do it knowing that they're going to get paid anyway, meaning that the government will continue going knowing that they will come to a deal. And so during that pause, what may happen? Q post 314
Here we
says
go,
it's
dude.
about the
It's about the break. December 9th, 2017. Godspeed, on. Godspeed, bro. Godspeed, dude. For these next 10 days, it's about to break, dude.
It's over.
Be the autist we know you are. What? Be the autist we know you are. It's about to break.
break. Godspeed, Patriots.
What does this mean, dude? Is he calling the Patriots? He said, "Be the autist we know you are." That is like actually insulting.
It's about to break. God, Patriot.
2017, bro. This totally ties into now, bro. This is 100% relevant.
And then post
Oh,
316
here we go. Martial law starting the 11th. Oh, dude. So, wow. So we're gonna get 10 days of darkness, and then on the 10th, switch into the 11th. Then it's
Bro,
martial law.
I remember people explaining to me that 10 Days of Darkness, that they thought that like the actual like sky would be dark.
Yeah, or some. I don't know, dude. I don't
That's
know.
what I remember people saying it back in the day.
I thought it was like a blackout or something. I don't know, but so basically, if I got the timeline right here, we got the 10 Days of Darkness starting tomorrow. And then once the power goes back on, or whatever this even means, on the 11th, then we got martial law. Yeah, this makes sense. Yep.
Is martial law starting the 11th? And of course,
Question mark? Oh my goodness, dude. This is groundbreaking, dude.
this comes from an Anon, but it was posted nevertheless. And of course,
Oh, this comes from an Anon. This isn't even from Q? What?
Martial
This-
law starting on the 11th. Wait, are they trying to say that this is all going to happen this year?
Dude, he's saying this is like happening like tomorrow, dude. Tomorrow's October 1st.
And what exactly is this going to cause?
I don't know. I think obviously Trump's going to drain the swamp, and it's.
And
I have no idea.
What's draining the swamp mean? What's that mean?
Like arresting all the crooked leftists, but in reality the right is just as crooked, so it's like a paradigm. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would the DOJ investigate itself? That's a quote from the song I was playing earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if they're guilty, then why would they like put themselves in cuffs? It makes no sense.
starting the 11th. And of course, it comes from an Anon.
And this didn't come from Q. This came from a random person on a forum in 2017.
It was posted.
But it applies today. Of course it does. Yes, of course.
Nevertheless. And of course, we all know, as I posted the other day about...
we all know, November 5th, 2017. Darkness, scare tactics, D's falling. Like,
Post 88, 10 days, darkness, scare tactics. So that reminds me of everything that's happening, all the mass shootings, all the unrest. Is that what some of the scare tactics are? And continue reading, D's falling.
It says, why is this relevant twice? And that's the question I'm asking right now, actually. Why is this relevant? It's not relevant, clearly, because he just pulled some Q post off a forum from 8 years ago and is tying it to some 10 days of darkness that's supposed to happen tomorrow, apparently. Like, I don't want to say he's saying it's happening tomorrow. It's one of those things where he didn't say it, but he's implying it by reading this Twitter post. If you look, right, October 10th equals 10 days. And then he brought up the 10-10 thing, right? He brought up the 10-10 thing, which would be October 10th, right? 10-10, right? On the Mickey Mouse clock, which is pointing to 10-10. So he's obviously like, he's insinuating like, oh yeah, October 10th, right? So, and then he even brought up October 11th, right? And then said, oh, is martial law starting then? So he's forming a whole timeline here without actually like fully saying it. And I don't buy it, obviously. I think it's make-believe, but...
Yeah.
Scare tactics. So that reminds me of everything that's happening, all the mass shootings, all the unrest. Is that what some of the scare tactics are? And continue reading, D's falling, R's walking away, removed. Disinformation is real. Distractions are necessary.
Disinformation is real. Yeah, I feel like this is disinformation.
focus was U.S. today, while real happening in South America under same context: military control, martial law, missile strike.
Missile strike, dude. Oh, that's relevant too. There's gonna be missile strikes on Portland, I'm sure.
Dude, if that happened, that would be crazy.
Because like, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like, that's crazy, dude. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they did deploy like military like Reaper drones above LA during the riots.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
They did,
Necessary
yeah, they did, yeah.
yeah.
I remember
POTUS
that.
Twitter attack important. Why is this relevant? What was the last tweet by POTUS prior to SA? Why is this relevant? SA 1, US 2, Asia 3, EU 4. Where is POTUS? Why is this
Why is this relevant? Yeah,
relevant?
tell me why it's relevant.
Military operations. Operators in US:
The Great
Snow White,
Awakening.
The Great Awakening, Godfather 3. Now, again, I'm not here to say that I know what's going to happen and what October is going to bring about. If there
It kind of seems like you're not saying, but I don't know.
even is a 10 days of darkness and what that entails and all of that, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that are kind of unusual going on right around now, with historically a lot of shootings and
Okay, so now it's really starting to crumble for me because I just don't see what 3 mass shootings in a day have to do with 10 days of darkness.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Yeah, that part for sure. Because he went from that's what we started with, and then he switched straight over to something completely like that, seemingly unrelated.
one day, as well as a lot of unrest and agitators. Trump has mentioned continually there are agitators. There are people that are perpetuating this type of stuff, and who knows where it's coming from. Is it coming from, as he says, hinting at George Soros, Reid Hoffman? He
Yeah,
mentioned
George Soros. Yeah.
these names recently in an interview, as even a reporter was baiting him into admitting who
I
are
think
these
there's even people way above his pay grade.
Yeah.
agitators, these
So this guy
anarchists.
is a right wing influencer.
Yeah. This came out like yesterday. I got another video I'm gonna play. He dropped it 2 hours ago.
Oh,
He's got 200K subscribers, dude.
oh wow.
Yeah, and people in the comments like eat the stuff up.
These protest funders. And so he says, who knows? It may be coming soon. So I'm saying
Hey, what's up, Maureen? Yeah, good thing you're out of Portland. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going there. Apparently, Trump just signed a bill to allow the National Guard to head out that way too. So yeah.
and putting this all out there as to say, hey, you know what? Let's be on guard, stay prayed up, and who knows, as things kind of rile up, and also with the military, with Trump bringing down the hammer, we're going to see
Trump
a
bringing
lot of
down
good
the
things.
hammer.
In my opinion, we're going to see some of the greatest moves we've ever seen.
Okay, so we're gonna go to his new video. He just
All right,
dropped
so
it.
Trump and
Something strange about Trump and Israel's prime minister speech that nobody caught. I dare say he's not gonna say anything bad about Netanyahu or Israel. He's gonna back Israel here, I'm sure.
Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, just did a press conference, and I just couldn't help but do this quick video because a lot of things are going
Nice view, Chris. I will say. I think he's in Korea. That's a beautiful view.
on, and I want to explain a lot of the key messaging because some of the speech I saw it, heard the whole thing, and there were some
Does he talk about QAnon in this? No, he just covers the speech. We'll see what he says. I'm sure he mentions QAnon. I'm sure he always mentions it, even if he
Did you
doesn't show it.
see all of the Israeli influencers on TikTok? They had a meeting with Benjamin, and then all of a sudden they're trying to like shut down all the basically the truth that people have been talking about Israel, about how they're bad, and they're trying to
Bro,
like
even the
correct.
Israelis don't like Netanyahu, bro. I
Oh
I
yeah.
have this Israeli guy. He's actually like fully Jewish. He lives in Israel and he comes on, and even he's not like pro Netanyahu. Like I feel like most of the Jews in Israel that are just like
I
rabbis or
mean,
whatever, like they don't like the Israeli government. Like nobody does.
oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, dude. I mean, they're killing like hundreds of thousands of people right now.
Yeah, like I support Israel to be a nation, but I think they should leave everybody alone. Everybody should leave them alone too. You know what I mean? But that's just wishful thinking. But I think Israel incites these things. They want to be messed with so that they can go get more territory
Yeah,
and push their agendas.
so they can be victims because they like being
Yeah,
victims.
exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Trump and BB. Wow. What do you? I just watched your video, Trump and BB. Wow. Which video are you talking about? Sorry, maybe I'm slow. It's not ringing a bell. But thank you. I'm glad you watched it.
clues there that are really getting a lot of Anons and others just questioning what's to come, as well as some of the secret like messages behind what's being shown and told at face value and as an optics thing. And so many of you guys, if you have been following Q or just some of the conspiracy type stuff, there's a lot of alignment to the Bible prophecy
Whoa, what? Let me go back.
and as an optics thing. And so many of you guys, if you have been following Q or just some of the conspiracy type stuff, there's a lot of alignment to the Bible prophecy to also what's going on in modern day society. And
In some ways, but I certainly wouldn't bring Q and conspiracy into that. It doesn't have to be a conspiracy to align with Bible prophecy. Like, they were openly like burning the red heifer on the Temple Mount or whatever.
I was gonna tell you about that, bro. I honestly think that what's going
Yeah, and that's not a conspiracy. You didn't have to
know
hear
that,
that from
yeah.
some right winger. Like,
I think that because they want to build a third temple so they
yeah,
can supposedly bring back their Messiah or whatever, which I think
Yeah.
their Messiah
probably the Antichrist.
is
I
gonna
mean,
be, it's the Antichrist, yeah.
yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a little conspiratorial, I guess, in some ways. But you don't have to follow QAnon and the right wingers to figure out there's like biblical things going on in the world. Like that's a stretch, honestly.
how that needs to kind of unfold and how
This is
we
what I
can
was saying, dude. If you have to believe in a certain political ideology or narrative to like believe a certain thing, like then it's a psyop. Like the truth doesn't care what your political views are. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I believe things and it would go against being a right winger. That's why I don't call myself like a Republican.
Yeah, me
Because
neither.
even I am like, wow, like this would go against what most Republicans think. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean I'm a leftist. So you know, I mean,
I don't know. I don't align with any political parties anymore because they're both controlled by Israelis, so there's no point.
yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah.
sort of interpret some of the signs and clues and sort of the end times type news. So that's why I want to just quickly do this video and show you guys what I've seen, what others have seen, just briefly, and then just wanted to know what you guys think. Your comments below help a lot. I read a lot of them, not all of them, but many of them. If you
Oh man, I still haven't left a comment on this guy's video. I guess I should. I feel like it's my due diligence. I've done so many streams on him, but I just don't know what to say, dude. Like because I know if I say like it bluntly, he's just probably gonna delete my comment. Like, hey, you know, you got a bunch of stuff wrong. This is wrong. You're wrong about this. Trump is actually like being controlled by the same people that supposedly control the deep state that Trump is against. That you think like, but it's not that I think it's pointless. I think eventually I'm gonna leave a comment or something just to try to reach out to him, but I just don't see it going well, and I have to word it in a way where he's not just gonna take it like because he is wrong about so much like. And I'm not making these videos to necessarily like hate on the guy, because I know so many people have been duped by Trump, even including myself, dude. I supported Trump all the way up until like his fake assassination attempt, and then it kind of woke me up, like, whoa, okay, something's going on here. Like, so this is more so to like spread awareness and like the right wing. It's much better than the left, but it's still a wing on the same bird, and like people got to wake up. So this isn't really to hate on Chris Yoon or anything like that. It's to kind of just wake people up. And if Chris sees this, hopefully he'll take the advice, and maybe eventually I'll leave a comment on his video and tell him, hey, I don't hate you, but you're saying a lot of things to 200,000 people that follow you, and it's way off the mark, and you got everybody in the comments agreeing. So somebody's got to I think somebody should speak out and try to give the truth about it. But yeah.
comment early. I do read those, and also what you guys think in terms of what's coming, because as you guys have heard me talk,
But that would just be too big, dude. Like if I literally like even if I got him on a stream and had a conversation and I told him the whole spiel about Israel and Trump, I feel like he'd still believe in the deep state. He would still like have this false QAnon hope that Trump is like the savior of America. Like he would still feel that way regardless. So it's sad, bro. It's sad. It really is. And I felt that way for a long time, dude. It took me a long time to realize, oh wow, this is all a Republican psyop, and they're trying to dupe the Christians and everybody. Trump supposedly is a Christian, so he's got all of our votes. Like,
in the last week, there's a
converted to Judaism.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I mean, even I mean, he had Paula White coming on, and all these like weird false pastors. Whenever he did like host events and things like that, and they'd come to his rallies, and he would just have like really not good sound pastors, like basically speaking for him and all that. So that just shows you, like, you know.
lot of activity, especially in the military space, for which some of the greatest
Allegedly, Netanyahu's real name is Merlowski, Polish. Several people in the government changed
Yep.
their names to sound more Jewish. Oh yeah, it happens all the time, dude. I think that the Illuminati bloodlines do this too. I think because they I'm not gonna get super specific, but basically they're like, oh, I go back to this Egyptian king. I go back to this king that supposedly was a ruler in Israel. I go back to this king of Mesopotamia, whatever, right? And then through the years, they like change their name and things. But like, as far as like family, like whenever they're just with family, they'll openly talk about their heritage. But on paper, we look at their last name and it's like a Jewish last name, or it's an Italian last name, or it's this last name. But like they trace their lineage all the way back. You know what I mean? Like,
Kind
so
of reminds me when Kamala was known as an Indian attorney, and then all of a sudden she's black.
yeah, they just switch, dude. Yeah, for whatever benefits them.
Yep.
They're like, oh, I'd rather be Israeli because that's what benefits me in politics, you know. So they switch their last name up or whatever, and God only knows what their actual race is or where they really came from.
They're all Europeans, bro.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
it is.
I think there are real Jews, like I definitely do, but I think a lot of people, especially in the government of Israel and things like that, like yeah, they're just pretenders, and they might not even know it. Maybe they think they're Jewish, and if they did a DNA test, they're like, holy cow, why am I from some tribe in Europe? You know what I mean? It wouldn't even make sense. But I think there's real Jews too. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like really big, like, because a lot of people take it deep and they're like, there's no real Jews. There's only fake Jews. Like, and I asked them questions like, well, are there, like, where are the real Jews? And they're like, well, they're not in Israel. They would never be in Israel. Like, so there's only fake Jews in Israel. Like, that makes no sense to me, dude. Like, it goes really deep, but I do kind of understand it a little bit.
times are coming, but the question is, how is that going to unfold and how is that going to be presented to us? And then when we discern it, what is the actual meaning behind some of these things? So let's go right into it. And by the way,
Look at the hand sign. He always does these hand signs.
discern it, what is the actual meaning behind
See, it's funny because Chris is one of these people that's like awake. I'm not trying to throw shots at him here, but like
some of these things? So let's
he does these hand signs. He's still into politics. Like, if you're super, like if you're really woke, like, you know, you wouldn't be doing things like this, especially not on a video, multiple times throughout the video. Like, I could literally probably get him doing it again, just on the
like Charlie Kirk's bodyguards.
yeah.
go right into it. And by the way, it's my first time being out to try and practice screen share and recording and all of that. This is on my phone, so bear with me. I'm hoping to get it quick, smooth, and seamless, but this has to be a practice for me because I'm going to be out and about traveling and doing various things, and I need to be able to practice these things. So thank you guys so much for being patient. So in this first video, it's interesting to know what Trump is saying about timeline. So I want to watch the video and then we can discuss it.
So this is a big,
All right, here we
big
go.
day, a beautiful day, potentially
A big beautiful
the
day,
great
dude. A big beautiful day, especially when you're chilling with Israel, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
days ever in civilization.
What? He just hyped
So
this
this-
up so hard. He always does this with Israel, dude. He hyped it so hard. Maureen, it's a test to see if the public can figure out what's really going on. Jen Flynn, digital soldiers, we have to get 80% awake before disclosure to prevent society meltdown. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I somewhat agree. But I think Trump's in on it too, though. So, for instance, Cash said, "Rest in peace, brother. We got this. See you in Valhalla." Look up where and what Valhalla is. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. It's like it's a some type of like vineyard or something like that. Yeah.
This is a big, big day, a beautiful day, potentially one of the great days ever in civilization. Things that have been
One of
going
the great days ever in civilization. Wow.
on for hundreds of years and thousands of years. We're going to, at least we're at a minimum very, very close, and I think we're beyond very close. And I want to thank Bibi for really
BB. Oh, he calls him BB, dude.
BB Netanyahu.
I can't believe he calls him BB. That sounds like he's like sucking up to him. Oh, BB, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a president, dude. You shouldn't be sucking up to Israel, but you do.
I mean, that's his leader. What do you
Yeah,
expect?
that's his leader. Yeah, exactly. That's Trump's leader over there. I think it's about to pan to him.
hanging in there and doing a job. We worked well
No,
together,
they didn't, but he's over there.
as we have with many other countries, both of us, with many other countries, which is the only way this whole situation gets solved. And I'm not just talking about Gaza. Gaza is one thing, but we're talking about much beyond Gaza. The whole deal, everything getting solved. It's called peace.
I feel like he's being pretty vague here. Maybe I missed some context, but
In the Middle East.
So listen to him
it's
say,
very vague. Like, how can you really take anything from what he said at like 100% face value? Like, he was
Yeah.
very vague there. Oh, we're gonna bring peace. This is way bigger than Gaza. This could be the biggest day in years. You know what I mean? In history, like, it's so vague and like not really saying anything. He's just like trying to fill up the page because he's sitting on a podium.
Yep.
Warp Speed, Raleigh R. Yeah, hello. Nice. I'm add you as a moderator. Warp Speed. The Vax Daddy. Woohoo. Yay, Trump, right? Yeah, yeah. Chris Yoon loves him.
everything getting solved. Listen to him saying hundreds, if not thousands of years, and indicating that there's something recent that happened.
Hundreds. Wait, what? Hundreds, if not thousands of years. And then he's indicating something recent happened.
What the heck?
Hundreds, if not thousands of years, and indicating that there's something recent that happened, as well as
Maybe I kind of understand what he's saying, but if you like don't think too deeply about what he just said, that makes no sense. Hundreds of thousands of years, so recently something happened. 100,000 years ago wasn't recent.
something that has just been biblical in the sense of thousands.
Something biblical. Oh, now Trump. If Trump says something hasn't happened in 100,000 years, then it's got to be biblical because Trump said it. Let me rewind this.
As well as something that has just been biblical in the sense of thousands of years. And so when he's talking about everything, as well as this day being one of the greatest days, it's not some understatement, right? He's saying that
This is not an understatement. When Trump says it's a great day, oh, you better believe it.
Yeah.
This guy's hilarious. I know he's not trying to be. I don't want to laugh at him, but like some of the stuff he says, it's just crazy, bro. Like, oh man, I know I said I was gonna tone it back. I'm not gonna try to insult him. I'm not calling him crazy, but he has some crazy ideas. We'll put it that way.
something has freed, something has changed. And one thing that many of us that are on the boards, the Q boards, we're always
The Q boards. I told you he's gonna bring Q into this. I said it before the video started because I skimmed through it and I looked and I said, "Oh, I don't see any QAnon." He still said it. The Q boards.
looking for when Israel will be saved, because
Oh my goodness, dude. This is sad. See, this is like straight up. Now we actually have an issue because now it's like low key getting into false doctrine territory. He thinks because QAnon has said a couple times Israel's last and they're going to save Israel. Like he thinks Israel's going to be saved by QAnon and Trump, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like I'm not trying to take him out of context here. He has pretty much painted that picture that QAnon and Trump and the white hats are going to save Israel. And unfortunately, I think Israel is going to be pretty evil until like almost the very last day.
Yeah.
And then God's going to turn Israel. Finally, when Jesus comes back, God's going to turn Israel away from their ways. And I think a lot of Israelis, when they see like God coming back, they're actually going to be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the Messiah." But I think there is going to be a false Messiah in the meantime, and he's gonna sit in Israel on the throne and all of this. And I don't think Q or Trump is going to save any of that. I think Q and Trump is actually going to help perpetuate that and get the Antichrist into Israel for a short time. So yeah, this is dangerous. What he basically is like insinuating, and the context here is another video where he's brought up Q because he didn't bring up the post, but QAnon has said like Israel last and all this. Like that's crazy. It's kind of sad he said that.
Right? He's saying that something has freed, something has changed. And one thing that many of us that are on the boards, the Q boards, we're always looking for when Israel will be saved, because what Q says here,
you got to look at the Bible when Israel's going to be saved, brother. I'm going to be honest. Like, don't look at the Q boards because they're going to mislead you.
Post 916, as we all know,
so he has the Q post. He's actually reading the Q post. He just doesn't have it on the screen.
Yeah.
This before, we are saving Israel for last. Very specific reason, not mentioned a single time.
That's a quote from the Q post. We're mentioning it. We're saving Israel for last. There's a reason we haven't mentioned them. So yeah, I mean he's I've already said it, but yeah, Q isn't going to save Israel.
And the thought here is that Israel, as
Yeah,
well as
Raleigh.
many
No man can save this mess we're in. Certainly not Trump or Israel or any of that. You know, I would argue maybe if Trump really was on the good side, he could maybe like give us some time, you know, but the way he's sucking up to Israel, it sounds like, I mean, he's selling out just like anybody else is.
other nations, they're under the ironclad grasp of the deep state and whoever
Oh my goodness, dude. They're under the grasp of the deep state, Israel and all these countries, and Trump is gonna try to free them from the New World Order deep state.
that is. And many of us, or many people saying, and again, I'm not saying this per se, but many people saying that the Zionists, or as Revelation chapter 2 verses 9 and Revelation chapter 3 verses 9 says, that there are fake Jews. There's somebody, if you want to call them Zionists or others,
There we go. He's finally getting it right. I was not expecting him to say anything like this. Good job, Chris. Good job.
that are taking place of Jews and trying to control the
But Netanyahu's one of them. By the way, it's not the deep state. It's these Illuminati bloodlines and families and secret societies doing all this. Not the deep state, Chris. Not the deep state.
Jewish people under the guise of being a Jew when really they are not Jews, or they are taking hostage the Israelite people due to the financial system as well as all the other, Illuminati quote unquote type stuff that many of the other nations are bound.
Wow, there we go. Wow. Finally you said it. But how is Trump getting rid of this? Like, he's finally said, yeah, the Illuminati stuff the nations are bound to. Yeah, so what's the solution? QAnon and the right wing? Of course not.
Because of through the
Hey,
use of the monetary
I'm gonna stop you, bro. I gotta go, but thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, this is good. I'll see you hopefully soon, man. Like I said, I got like a week, so.
Okay. Just message me on Snapchat or whatever. All right.
All right, sounds good, man. Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
system and all of that, the banking systems and all of that. So many people are watching for when that freedom will happen because
Man, don't like I said, guys, don't be surprised if Israel never really looks free and Israel just gets worse and all the like I mean, tribulation, like that implies the world is going down, dude. Like the world's getting worse, you know. Like I know we all want to see prosperity and the deep state getting taken down. I mean, whatever you want to even call the deep state, I'd say the deep state is like everything, including Trump. So, yeah, I'd really love to see that getting taken down. But good luck, right? I mean, when you find out who I am, you'll be surprised. Yeah, I have we found out who he is yet? I don't think so, right?
not only from a biblical sense where people need to come to know Christ and to actually be freed from the
Yeah, people do need to come to know Christ. Amen. Yep. And that is how Israel will be free. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. That's how. Wow, he just said it. You want to see Israel free? Go tell them the gospel. Go preach Jesus. Because the government of Israel will most likely never be free. They're always going to be a government, just like any other government. And the people, if you truly want to see these people free, go tell them about Jesus. There you go. That's literally like, that's what we need to do. That's like, if we want to see free Israel, like that's number one on the list right there.
religious grasp of the Judeo or the Jewish kind of religion so that they would come and be freed of the Mosaic law and not even that, just like the whole Israel culture of that, and then receiving Christ, but also
Yeah,
from
but how does QAnon and Trump start giving people Christ, bro? What? I don't think like this is the thing, right? Like we need preachers and different things like this, not QAnon and conspiracy theorists running around tinfoil hats. Like the deep state is falling, everybody, the deep state's falling. Yeah, like go run around in Israel telling them they're free and that the deep state finally has lost their grasp. Like what?
what is this antichrist spirit going into the last days. But practically speaking, in this day and age, how is that being shown? Because a lot of people thinking because of this deep state Illuminati
Deep state. Oh man, don't call the deep state Illuminati because now you're excluding people. Or well, no, now like As far as I'm concerned, Trump is Illuminati. All these people are part of that. But he said deep state Illuminati. So wouldn't that mean that Trump is also a part of the deep state? You see where I'm going at with this? It's not. Oh wow. So it's not just the left; it's also the right. When have you said that, Chris? I haven't heard you say it, bro. I wish he would say it. I really wish he would be like, yeah. By the way, the left and the right are both wrong. Like Trump is just a front man. This is a military operation. Watch Derek Johnson executing orders. Timing military means sending military to prepare for what's coming. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure, Maureen, about that. I have no idea, but I'll try to look into it if I can. Derek Johnson. Okay.
That Trump and the White Hats are trying to remove
Trump and the White Hats.
the pressure as well as the grasp of, and this will happen in some sense last. So those words that
So Trump is going to free Israel last. This is crazy, dude. He's really saying like Trump is like this freedom fighter. He's going into these countries and he's taking the deep state out of them and slaying the New World Order. Right.
he's saying.
Is that why you never speak out against it? Is that why you never say like we have a threat? The New World Order is a threat. We must take out like imagine if a president said that, you know how fast he would be taken off the world stage? If he actually came out instead of saying, "Oh, the deep state, crooked Joe," if he literally came out and said, "I am against Freemasons. I am against all occultic societies. I am against anyone in the government who's a part of these societies. I am against the Illuminati." You know how fast he would cease to become a president and probably get impeached, and there'd be a whole like cover up and another psyop. It's not going to happen, bro. So until Trump says anything slightly similar, I mean, JFK said something close to that. Look what happened to him.
They're big words, right? Now let's watch another clip here where he's talking.
Dirty catch up. Yeah, we got Yoon on the rooftop this time, man. Yep. Still saying about the same thing he's always said. But this time it's about Israel. Trump is saving Israel and all that, Key was JFK Jr. Helped him fake his plane crash memorial site and a key. Interesting. Yeah, there's this guy that on YouTube that claims to be like RFK Jr., the real one, and he said like all the real Kennedys were killed and manipulated through MK Ultra, and they were taken out. And then all the Kennedys we see now on the world stage aren't even actual Kennedys; they're just replacements. I don't know how valid that is, but he's got quite a following on YouTube.
About Hamas as well as some other things.
Even come close, but it's we're right there. We're right there. First time in thousands of years, I think you can probably say, if you really look into it, if you study back, if you're a scholar, you would say thousands of years. Israel would have my full backing to finish the job of destroying the threat of Hamas.
Of course he does. Great. Wonderful.
But I hope that
I don't support either side. I think Hamas, yeah, I mean, they're bad. I think Israel's pretty awful as well. And civilians end up in the middle. Who knows? I mean, maybe Hamas is funding by Israel. I'm not going to go that far with it. I don't have any evidence, but, I'm not going to say it's impossible.
Have a deal for peace. And if Hamas rejects the deal, which is always possible, they're the only one left. Everyone else has accepted it. But I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, Bibi, you'd have our full backing.
As you know, Bibi.
To do what you.
Oh, yes, Bibi. Yeah.
You would have to.
He has the backing to do what he has to do. Exactly, yep. America doesn't support this guy. I hate to tell you, Trump, but most of your followers don't support Israel. Not in the way that you
do. Everyone understands that the ultimate result must be the elimination of any danger posed in the region, and the danger is caused by Hamas. The tyranny of terror has to.
Why isn't he saying anything QAnon and Chris Eunice said, dude? I thought the danger was the deep state, dude, and the New World Order. Oh wait, presidents will never actually, do anything about that because they're part of it, right?
And this is again. Something that we're looking for. This is eternity. This is
eternity.
Forever.
This is forever. He's using some. And then Chris, he'll pause and say, "Oh, this is biblical. Look at the words he's using." Yeah, I'm not going to say it's biblical, but those are some strange words he's using.
To ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace, we call it, the Board of Peace. Sort of a beautiful name,
Board of Peace. Okay, great.
the Board.
See, this is the best times in Chris Yoon's videos when he's just letting the news play and he's telling you what they're saying. You know, I mean, I can disagree with the news. You know, I don't have to disagree with Yoon for once.
Peace, which will be headed not at my request, believe me, I'm very busy, but we have to make sure this works. The leaders of the Arab world and Israel and everybody involved asked me to do this, so it would be headed by a gentleman known as President Donald J. Trump of the United States. That's what I want to
Okay, so he's just gonna let it play.
Some
So
extra-
I'm just gonna.
Saying not only Hamas.
that are very distinguished leaders.
Now listen to what he's saying. He's saying not only Hamas that's causing like the destruction, but he's saying all of the danger in that area. So what does that mean? Like, is he having a?
It's the deep state, dude. The danger in the area. You know, obviously it's Crooked Joe and the Illuminati out there, and yeah, Trump's gonna drain the swamp in Israel, dude. Of course.
A dual meaning? Is he doing double speak right now, where not only is there Hamas and sort of that arm where
Yes, I told. Let me just let him say it because you know I basically like predicted what he was gonna say.
it's being weaponized to people there and to the ideological gains of all that, but also the threat being internal, meaning that there was a takeover there or whatever
You
that
see what I mean? He said exactly what I just said.
means, because he's saying these things intentionally. It sounds like, oh, he's just saying whatever, but he's reading these notes. They're carefully scripted.
He's implying that obviously Trump is there to drain the swamp in Israel and free Israel from the deep state and the New World Order. Yep. He spot on. I said that before he even did.
In some sense.
And I don't even believe it.
I mean, like, it's prepared as a speech to make sure that the message is being heard not only to the world and those that are watching, but to the enemy themselves.
Oh yeah, that was a message to the enemy right there. Yeah, that was a clear message to the deep state. You better watch out, deep state. I'm coming to drain the swamp in Israel. I wish I could do a Trump voice. Well, no, I'm awful with it. I'm not even gonna try.
Deep state, whoever it is that you want to call there. So that's interesting.
I'm coming to the deep state. The deep state in Israel will be no longer. This day is a really great day in almost 1,000 years. I don't know. I know I'm awful with the Trump impression. I'll stop.
Right. So now let's quickly look at what he says about the plan after Israel, because this gets
the plan after Israel. So I'm assuming this is after Israel gets drained from the deep state and the New World Order. So this is after he kicks out Netanyahu, completely reforms the Israeli government, comes open with their nuclear weapons program, shuts down all of their secret psyop operations, shuts down the what's the phone thing that they have, Phoenix or something like that, shuts it down, just completely just changes Israel, does a whole 180. Yeah, that's not going to happen, dude. But that's what would need to happen for Israel to finally be free. And at least in terms of how you see them as free in the government, which is just kind of an ironic thing to say anyways.
very interesting.
Your plan is consistent with the 5 principles
Oh, here he is. Here's BB, as Trump calls him.
my government set for the end of the war and the day after Hamas. Everybody asks, what is your plan for the day after Hamas? Here's our plan. Your plan is consistent with the day after.
Don't need to hear him any longer. It's already enough hearing him just this little bit.
Pass it in the cabinet. All our hostages, both those who are alive and those who died, all of them will return home immediately. Hamas will be disarmed. Gaza will be demilitarized. Israel will retain security responsibility, including a
Okay, I'm
security
just
perimeter
gonna
for the 2 hours. Dylan,
if you guys really want to hear this, I'm sure you could find it. I don't really want to hear Netanyahu speaking right now.
And so when the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is talking about the Hamas and Gaza and all of that stuff, I believe that there's dual meaning. I can't see it
Oh man, there's dual meaning.
beyond the fact that it's not what you think it is on the outside from an
Bro, Netanyahu is like one of the worst leaders in the world, dude. If anybody's New World Order, it's him. Literally. And he's saying, look, Netanyahu says he's fighting the enemy, but it's not just Hamas, it's internal, it's the deep state, it's the New World Order. Like, what? How can you possibly call Bibi Netanyahu a deep state fighter? Or a New World Order fighter, or anybody like against that in any capacity?
Perspective, point of view. And so let me know what you guys think. I'm still trying
I'm letting you know what I think, dude. I'd love to leave a comment, but I'm sure it'll get deleted because it would just be, I mean, where do I start, dude? Seriously, where do I start? What would I even say? You're wrong. Just leave it at that. Just say he's wrong. Don't say exactly what, because I could point out about 100 different things.
To get my head around this. I know other people are.
It's better not to get your head around this. I would say put down the news. Don't watch the news. You live in Korea. You live in Korea, dude. Don't watch the news. How about that? That's gonna really probably help you more than anything.
Digging into this to see what's going on, but Trump, he has a 20-point plan. He, I think,
a 20-point plan. Yeah, Trump's got a 20-point plan. It's got to save the world.
Sure, if it's completely
Israel's last, guys. Israel's last. Remember, QAnon told us.
Published, but some of it is very, in some sense, vague. But there's others where it's just literally clear, like what's to be done: the hostages, the governance, the future, and just many things. And this plan is giving the ultimatum not only to Hamas, but it's bringing in something lasting. Trump earlier also mentioned the Abraham Accords. He tried to pronounce it correctly as well, but this is a dramatic shift, and it's a huge development in that region with regards to.
Yeah, I mean, what really changed after this meeting? They just kind of talked about their plans going forward.
Piece. So I believe
the same plans they had before the meeting was taken and held place.
I believe that there's something more going on with the control of the deep state, the globalists, and whoever it is, and that freedom.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
The control of the deep state, the globalists, and whoever it is, and that freedom is coming, but also from.
Yeah, it's coming, dude. Freedom is coming. The globalists and New World Order, they're losing, bro. They're losing. Trump is totally not one of them. Yeah, Tony, it's crazy, man. Yeah, this is, and we got people like Chris that support it, dude, and say Bibi Netanyahu is a freedom fighter, and he's fighting the deep state. And when he said in the interview that he was fighting the enemy Hamas, he was double speaking, and he was talking about the New World Order. Yeah, right, dude. Get real, bro. Seriously, get real. Like, if you think Netanyahu's fighting the New World Order, like, I mean, what can I tell you? Seriously, what could I possibly say?
The terror that
other than that's just not the case. It's not true.
Is basically the extended arm that has weaponized some of the radicals in that area to go against each other. Remember, a lot of what the deep state and these guys want is inner domestic, like attacks, like people infighting within religions, within races, within, whatever it is.
Yeah, they do want that, including within whatever conspiracy group you're in. I'm sure the government probably controls that. QAnon and all of it.
Yes, and the same goes for Israel because it helps fund, not only war, but also keep, it sounds sadistic, but like the population in check and just getting people distracted so they don't fixate on, who the real enemy is and all that stuff. And so, again, a lot of things going on here. I'm still trying to digest it, but would love to know your guys' thoughts.
I would prefer if you digested it, waited like 2 days, and then came to the same conclusion after 2 days. I think that would be a good option. But we're going to end it here. Thanks, guys, for coming. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for all the support. Drop a like on your way out if you would. I'm going to play a song, and we'll get out of here. Bless you guys. Thanks.
Yeah. About to slice this one wide open with Pandora's box cutter. Who's really pushing fake news? What happened to your moral high ground? Where'd it go? Whatever made you think that we would lie down? How low will a communist go? Tread through the snow for some Soros dough. Triggered by a Trump sign, extra stupid. Tried to piss on it and you got electrocuted. My liberal friend kicked me out of his house, cause I told him Hillary Clinton was about to get trounced. You said you were leaving, we all know that you're crazy though. You keep talking about Canada, why don't you move to Mexico? This fake ass news has just made it imperative to punch a giant hole in their goofy fucking narrative. triggered by a Trump sign. Extra stupid, tried to piss on it and you got electrocuted. Come on my lawn, get hit with a bat. Tried to run my sign over, now you're fixing a flat. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot.
I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public.
These pedophiles need to get a new code. Their whole network is about to implode. The FBI hasn't been doing their job. Citizen journalists have been making them look like some slobs. Fake news is the meme you're presented with. Pizzagate is the main reason they invented it. To tackle the facts, they just don't have the temperament. The media is teeming with some lowlifes and degenerates, covering up pedophile sex slave rings. Believe me, sweetie, Mr. Pay, they just don't say things. It's so institutionalized, they ain't ashamed of it. So profoundly normalized, they make a game of it. You surely can't believe these reprobates are help. Why the fuck would the DOJ investigate itself? My only goal's to make you recognize the proof, cause I weaponize the truth when I step inside a booth. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot. Every time I open up the New York Times, I get a glimpse into your crimes. They get paid to protect the kleptocracy, lying on the very highest levels of hypocrisy. Where did they ever get the hubris to mock the truth, block the proof, and decide what the fake news is? Their credibility is shot, and now they're running Hail Mary hit pieces that are sounding like The Onion. Only in hopes that stupid readers take it serious. They try to scoff it off, but trust me, pal, people are furious. Every time I turn around, they're peddling their trash again. These cretins are the reason people worship the Kardashians. So don't ever say, how on earth could this be covered up? The people at the top won't let it stop because they love the stuff. They keep on lying and denying the truths. That's why nobody with half a brain is buying their news. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot. Fake news, watch the way it gets reported. 9 out of 10 times it is bound to get distorted. Fake news, beware of the honeypot. All they care about's the money shot.
That's not news.
Yeah, Bizzle, God over money. They go hard, we go harder. You know? Yeah. This is what it sound like when we ride on an enemy. This is what it sound like when we ride on an enemy. I never came for the smoke, but to watch it is not an option. Let's get it poppin'. Let's do it. I lift his name till I go. And if y'all think you finna stop it, let's get it poppin'. God over money. Get it poppin'. I love peace, but it's wartime. Let's get it poppin'. If God with us, who can stop us? Poppin'. It's not an option. Let's get it poppin'. Everybody act like everything's black, white, Democrat, Republican, good side, bad side. Which one's which though? Both tell mad lies to get votes, and both to manipulate mankind with info. Land of the animals, you don't understand no. Donkeys and elephants, I'm riding with the land no. Lion and goat, but all this was planned for. So I keep the word over bull like Lambo. I am nobody's mascot of Sambo, and I don't care about a flag or what it stand for. I care more about the cross and who carry it. Cause if you love Christ, I don't care if you American. That's what unites us. It's about the who, not the red, white, and blue. It is Christ that ignites us. Rich man, poor man, free man, lifer. One race covered by the same blood, Christ up. I never came for the smoke, but to watch it is not an option. Let's get it poppin'. Let's do it. I lift his name till I go. And if y'all think you finna stop it, let's get it poppin'. God over money. Get it poppin'. I love peace, but it's wartime. Let's get it poppin'. If God with us, who can stop us? Poppin'. It's not an option. Let's get it poppin'. Oh, you really think they care about they care about rights, huh? China says only have one kid. US says you're free to kill him or to cut off your sons. Same ish, different days, same goal, different way. One use force and one just manipulate. Same ones telling you to love yourself, encourage you to be everything but yourself. Better be cautious, the enemy pretend to be conscious. Push the feminine and call masculinity toxic. Now it's black against white, men against women, young against old. Look at the division, peek behind the industry curtain. They all fake Jews. The synagogue of Satan hating on Jesus. So you can make me the bad guy too. But long as you anti-Christ, I'm anti-you. I never came for the smoke, but to watch it is not an option. Let's get it poppin'. Let's do it. I lift his name till I go. And if y'all think you finna stop it, let's get it poppin'. God over money. Get it poppin'. I love peace, but it's wartime. Let's get it poppin'. If God with us, who can stop us? Poppin'. It's not an option, Let's get it poppin'.
Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Drop a like if you would.